You want to see Wynnewood prosper. You want to see our kiddos get the best that we can provide for them. And right now, as far as the facilities, we are not doing that. We are providing the education that they need. We are providing excellent teachers and teaching assistants and coaching staff and band directors and agriculture departments, but we are not providing the facilities. And we have got to step up and do that.
I have a kid in the school, and it's difficult for me to think about having to sit him down and tell him to go up there and do his best and, you know, learn and pay attention, you know, do the very best you can to be the best you can be up there every day. Whenever we as a community are failing my son and all the other kids that are in this school, because we're asking middle school kids to go into a classroom and try to learn, and then as soon as they get out, we're having to tell them to put their jackets on to walk through the hallway because the hallway's freezing. You know, we're trying to tell them to go be the best that they can be, but we're not even willing to provide them with the best facilities that they can possibly have.
We always want more for our kids, and to get anywhere in life, you have to have an education. And of course, we want our kids to get that education in the best facilities possible.
I think there's a lot of people that see the need for a new facility, and we've lost some families here lately because we've asked them to be loyal to Wynnewood. I mean, loyal and true is our fight song, and we've asked people to do that, but there comes a point where people, you know, they want to call you on it and say, hey, we've been loyal this long, now we need to do something about it. And when we can't get that done, they have to do what they feel is best for their kids.
You want them to have better than what you had. You want them to do better than you did and succeed your expectations. And so keeping something status quo or keeping something the same way because it was good enough when I was in school is not what I want for my kids.
These kids, I mean, they're the life of the community. If they have a bad experience here and don't think the community's behind them, they may not come back when they get out of school. And so what happens then? People start moving out and our community just, you know, it just kind of goes away. And if we don't give them what they need to succeed, then our community has let the kids down.
Well, in small towns, the school is pretty much means everything. If you want the parents and the people to stay in the community, you have to provide something that's good for the kids, you know, because as the kids go, we go. So when the school system is a central part of the community, we want to have one of the best, and right now we're struggling to just keep things going.
This building was designed in the middle of the 20th century for 20th century school, and we're trying to have 21st century school in an old building, which is almost impossible. The next step in taking Wynnewood Middle School to where we think it needs to be is to build a new school that would provide us with the resources to do what it is we need to do. We are at capacity now. We have converted the last space we had into a new classroom this year. There are no more spaces to add classrooms. We are maxed out in terms of physical space.
The fourth grade class that my daughter is in that's coming over next year is a lot larger class than the classes that have gone to the middle school before. And so the middle school's already crowded, and then when you add that many more students, it's just going to be outrageously overcrowded.
We both got education background, and coming from being a classroom teacher, you know that there are always going to be things that are going to hinder the learning process. And one of those is class size. If you don't have enough resources for the size of your class, it's going to hinder their ability to learn.
It's just a matter of fact. This building is old, it's wore out, and it's time to be replaced.
We've tried to listen to the voters as much as we can. Two issues that have come to light is that the voters want a middle school building, not an elementary building. which we had proposed in our last bond issue, so we are proposing a middle school building. And another issue was that the voters wanted a less tax increase, so this is a 9.6% tax increase versus a 22.9%. The building that we have now is approximately 48,000 square feet, less than 50,000 square feet. We have about 200 students in there now. The new building will be approximately 72,000 square feet, a little over that, and will give us 4 empty classrooms. It will give us safe rooms in the building, plus a soundproof band room, a gymnasium, a cafeteria, all the things that they will need to be self-contained out there.
I have talked to these parents, I've talked to the young people in the community, I've talked to alumni, I've talked to some of the oldest alumni in the town, and the sense I get is that it's time for a change. It's time to get this done. This generation of young people who have children in the school, in my school, they want better for their students. But it's more than just that. They want better for the students that are coming. They want better for their grandchildren. Now, it's incumbent upon them, and it's incumbent upon everybody that supports this school to get to the polls and vote in the manner in which they think is best for this community, for this school, and ultimately, most importantly, for the students in this school.
I'm a savage. I'll always be a savage. My kids won't go anywhere else but here. With this decision to build a new middle school, I don't see where we can go wrong when we're investing in our kids' education and in their surroundings. I love this town. There's no other place I'd rather be. When it's time to make changes and it's time to do better, if you can do better, then you need to do better.
My kids are going to be third generation Wynnewood Savages. And you know, it warms my heart to think about my kids going to the same school I did and having the same great experience in their school that I did. But we've got to address this issue with this middle school. It has to be addressed. The school was worn out 15 years ago whenever I attended it. It had a lot of problems then. And in 5 years from now, it's literally going to be an unacceptable environment for a kid to attempt to go learn at.
To me, it's a no-brainer. We need to do what's best for kids and invest in kids. And I don't just say that because my kids go here, but because I'm from here and I love being a Savage, love being a part of Wynnewood.
I don't know how we can turn our backs on this bond and not do what is best at this time. The students need the space, the students need the technology, the students need the safety, the students need to know that the town of Wynnewood is standing behind them. And to show them that we are standing behind them, we need to pass this bond. We need to show them that they are our #1 resource.